Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and I forgot what I was doing there for 1 second. My brain just stopped working. I'm sure it's not the first time, nor will it be the last. Today we're looking at Cars 3. If you haven't seen this yet, if you haven't seen any of the Cars movies, you're really missing out, actually, believe it or not. I know there's some people who are kind of, I don't know, culture movie snobs. They'll watch Pixar movies, but apparently Cars is just a little beneath them because it's about NASCAR type racing, and that's only for hillbillies. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm not into NASCAR myself. I'm not, into big, watching people drive around a track a million times. Honestly, we're 500 in Daytona. I don't care, one way or the other. But it's Pixar, and, they rarely ever make a bad movie. I'm sure Cars 2 might have been one of those, but Cars 3, as I've discovered, which I have not seen before, for some reason I missed this in 2017, I just never got around to watching it. Yes, there's a chance that it could feel repetitive. Yes, it feels like it could be a cash grab into selling more Hot Wheels style cars, toys to the kids. And it's kind of those things, but it is still a fun story with some great characters, lots of little pop culture nods to things throughout, just in a car world. One of my favorite things in this is just, obviously, as I've talked about before with other animated films, is the voice cast, and Owen Wilson, Larry the Cable Guy, I think it's Bonnie Hunt. Let me check. Come on, Bonnie Hunt. Yes, Bonnie Hunt returns. I have the resources right here. Tony Shalhoub is Luigi. But we got a bunch of other new voices. We get Armie Hammer. You remember him as Lone Ranger from the Disney's Lone Ranger. He plays the bad guy, Storm. Not Stormy. That seems weird. Jackson Storm. He plays Jackson Storm, and he's a new generation of racer. He's smug, he's slick, and he's got the chops, and he always compliments Lightning McQueen whenever he can, but always nestles a little insult in everything he says for the most part. But yeah, you also get Chris Cooper coming into the fold as a, well, I won't tell you exactly what his role is, but you get Margot Martindale. Gosh, it's just, and of course a lot of iconic racing legends throughout this. Kyle Petty, I think. I could probably go through. There's a bunch of names. Darrell Waltrip. You know what? I'm not even in racing, and I know these names. I mean, they are legends. But basically, yeah, you get a big cast. Did I say Bob Costas? He gets to play. That's a real stretch. An announcer. Well, what's her name? I'm gonna look again. Kerry Washington plays also a statistician in the movie. But the other lead, beyond Owen Wilson in this, is a woman named Cristela Alonso, playing Lightning's trainer in an attempt to retake the top spot in the racing world, which Jackson Storm has pretty much ripped from him rather easily. The weird thing is he gets hired by the same company that controls Jackson Storm, and that guy who runs that company is voiced by none other than Captain Tight Pants himself, Nathan Fillion. So, yeah, this movie is chock full of great actors playing cartoon cars. So that is not an insult whatsoever. Again, this is beyond just being a great cast and really fun. We also end up with, I don't know if you've seen the first Cars, but that was just revolutionary to look at. Pixar really blew the doors off of their animation when trying to create realistic environments and physics when it came to the way the cars move around. Yes, it was more cartoony than your real cars would move around, but they keep upping the game every time. And the first one came out in, I don't know, what, 2005 or something? I mean, I gotta check that. It came, no, it came out a while ago, but this one came out in 2017. And if you can, honestly, if your TV can handle it, I mean, I was watching this, my TV's not a 4K television, but watching it through Disney Plus, it came through astoundingly detailed. The backgrounds are photorealistic. This is the earth, the sky, the mountains in the distance, just the atmosphere, everything is dead on real world looking. And then they throw cartoonish, somewhat shiny cars on top of it. And it works. It just works. Of course, not all the cars are shiny. Lightning gets himself into the middle of a demolition derby at one point, and it wasn't planned. Let's just say that. But yeah, it gets real down and dirty, and lots of hillbilly rock and roll being played over top of a big, crazy animated demolition derby. So there's lots of fun in this. There's lots of heart in this. Basically, Lightning has to come to terms with the idea that he's one of the older racers out there, and he is not keeping up with the young, new rookie competition. So does he get forced out of racing, or does he go out on his own terms? Or does he keep going? So that's the question that needs to be answered. And along with his trainer, who honestly just knows how to train racers in a controlled environment, indoors, never on an actual track, she's got her own big storyline that she needs to face down along the way as well. They're an odd couple that's pushed together in an effort to bring Lightning back to glory, and it's not an easy road. That's, pardon the pun. So I highly recommend this. Again, it's Pixar. To me, they can almost do no wrong, except for Cars 2. But they've corrected the mistake of putting a film that's focused mostly on Larry the Cable Guy. Yes, Larry the Cable Guy, whether you like him or not, is in this film. He's still good, silly fun, but he's not the focus of the film. So he's there to lighten things up. And yeah, so Owen Wilson and Cristela Alonso take the center stage in this. And Nathan Fillion also has a good chunk of this. It's best just to kick back and watch it, even for the racing sequences. Honestly, again, I'm not into NASCAR or anything else. I did grow up when I was really little in the pit of a dirt sprint car racetrack. Were they sprint cars? I was really little, but I did grow up in the middle of a racetrack when I was very little, and it was an interesting time. But this is a whole other level. This is a whole other level. Just the way they animate this whole thing. Yes, it's never going to be a realistic depiction of how racing happens in the real world, but holy cow, why would you expect that from an animated movie? I don't even know why I'm trying to qualify that. So yeah, if you get a chance and you haven't seen them, go through these 3 films. If you have the opportunity, sit down with yourself or the whole family. Doesn't matter. You'll have a good time. And if you're a movie animation nerd snob, just watch how the animation evolves in time. And hello, loading images. I really need to put a longer screensaver on that. So anyway, yeah, take a shot with Cars 3. All right, let's pick tomorrow's. Why does it always do that? Okay, tomorrow's selection. Generate 509. All right, we're definitely in new territory here. Here we go. 509. 5. we get a series. And we're going back to the Marvel Universe. This is Spider-Man Unlimited. Is that blurry for you? 509, Spider-Man Unlimited. So I'm going to watch a few episodes of that, not the whole series, unless it's really short, which I don't think it is. But yeah, I know a little bit about this series, but I've never watched it. I think I've seen clips here and there. But yeah, this is something that I'm looking forward to. So yeah, grab maybe 3 or 4 episodes like I will, and we'll meet back here tomorrow. All right? Have a good night.